Hey, it's pasthisprime here, and welcome back to Starfield, where we're continuing with our first playthrough of the game, and we're continuing with the Ryujin faction stuff, which is the most painful faction for me to be doing anyway. I'm finding it very frustrating, and I really cannot wait for this to be finished, but it just keeps on going. Anyway, we're going to get into it, but before we do, if you are enjoying the content, please do consider subscribing to the channel, hit that like button, check out the membership options and the thank you button if you want to give something back to the channel. And but most importantly, do consider leaving a comment. Chat with me, give me some advice, tips, tricks, whatever. Avoid story spoilers, suggest games. Just talk about anything. Say hi. I read all the comments and I answer them all. So yeah, please do. So we've got to, we're now got to convince the board. Lobby board members. Okay, it's time to lobby the board members. Masako will vote to acquire Infinity Ltd. And said I'll need at least half of the votes to secure success. If I have strong feelings against the internal neuroramp, this would be my opportunity to get further research shut down. So, what do you mean? Are you saying I've got a choice?
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work. Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished. Good. If you use that neuroamp wisely, it will guarantee that Infinity gets shut down. Well, it does make Ryujin look good, and we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down. Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony.
I actually am.
didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
So I can get them to do both. Buy and...
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
I'm trying not to, mate. These places are confusing.
Hey there.
Hey. Yeah, I need to talk to you.
And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope. That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so excited. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp. I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work.
Yeah, and it's stupid.
Fine. Make your case. After that SSNN broadcast, I can't imagine anyone's going to try something like that again anytime soon. You really think they could come after me?
Yeah.
Well, perhaps I really do need more data. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect. It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be? That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
Okay. Who else have we got? Dalton.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome. With that internal neuro amp, no doubt. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened. You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and the others see it that way. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuro-amp might cause. I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
This is going to be one hell of a meeting.
So much work to do.
Oh, we don't want to talk to the chair.
If you need something, make it quick. I'd like to make sure my arguments are solid before this meeting.
Are you blind, or are you just staring at the roof?
You heard correct. I've every reason to believe that Infinity Ltd is the Pandora's box of corporations. All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset. And one unforeseen lawsuit could wipe out that benefit instantly. That's a decent argument. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom. Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
Okay. And another one.
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side? Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity LTD while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light. I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year. All right. I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it. The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from. You're right. The moment you violate your customers' trust, there's a good chance they'll never come back. Even worse, you push them into the hands of your competitors. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
One to go.
You operatives really will wear anything. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available. Good. I prefer first-hand feedback when available. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LTD throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why? Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part. This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? Expand on that, if you can. An excellent point. Why react and repair when you can prevent a situation altogether? I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been. It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one, hence the added motivation that will bolster sales. I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Finances are my forte, so you make a good point. Our competition has yet to truly master neuroamps, but the possibility is there. It's a risk I am unwilling to take. At this time. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
There we go. Now we got to attend this fantastic meeting. Do a quick save and watch the explosion. I'm just going to change my outfit for a minute here. Where's my good one? Is it that one? No, I've already got that on. No. What the heck is that? It must have been that one. Well, that's right. I did pick up some stuff somewhere that I forgot all about. I think that's the helmet. Ah.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
At least if you're here, you're not screwing up out there.
Well,
You're looking interesting today.
you really comment on my outfits all the time, don't you, mate? Yeah, that was a pretty tame meeting for everything that was supposed to be brought up.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated. A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time. My thought exactly. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
$5,000, $8,400. I think it was worth a lot more than that. Oh, spoiler. Somebody on the operations floor wants to talk to me. I wonder who it is. And then the task comes up, talk to Imogen. It's like, you're kidding, aren't you? I mean, I already knew it was her anyway, but still. What? Oh. Okay, so we're burden of... So, oh my god, what have all these appeared here now for? What the hell?
Good afternoon. Welcome to the executive floor.
Where the hell is she?
I'm Kendall Marks from Terrabro.
Ryujin's CEO is no joke at all.
Hang on, what does it tell me to go? Why won't it track that? Okay, that's really annoying. It won't track it. Oh, maybe it's because I got maybe I got multiple things selected.
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. An obvious misjudgment on my part. But now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day. And I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paperwork. Now, since you are new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together and I've approved. Questions? Good. The mission board is generally self-explanatory anyway. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours. Oh, and congratulations, of course. You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy, just for you.
Oh, is this my office? Oh, look at that. I've got a lovely little office. I've got some digipics. Oh, crap. Oh, I've got some weapons. Not great. I'll take the ammo. Oh, I'm encumbered again. Alright, so if we want to make some money, we can. Alright, is that... That is it. We have finished the Ryujin playthrough. I don't know why all these people want to talk to me. They probably want to tell me off because I've been a bad person. I'm assuming they're at the lodge.
Finish that research you needed done. Everything's right here.
Now, the problem is, now I'm incumbent. Can I get rid of anything? Hang on, what's the... Is there one... Get rid of the burns. That's what we want to do. Okay, maybe what I have to do is just go and sell.
Well done. This should be enough to get me back.
Sell some stuff. And unless I'm absolutely desperate for cash, I will never be coming to Ryujin again. Oh, what a nightmare. So if you like espionage and stealth, have fun. If you don't come near this faction whatsoever. Go to the Trade Authority.
Need something? This better not be a waste of my time. Then
Oh,
here I
shut
thought you were
up.
just wasting my time.
No. But you might be wasting mine. Okay. Don't know about that one yet. Couple of legendary weapons I'd like to store. Still got to store that one. Man. I'm getting rid of that. I hate it. Big Bang. Rare particle beam shotgun. We might have to try that one out, because I don't know what that is. Oh man, none of these weapons. Okay, so it's 127. Got to keep that one. Get rid of that. Packs. We need to go store those. Okay, I mean, that looks hideous. So I'm going to sell that. Keep the Ranger. This one here. Well, we don't need two. Ballistic shielding. It's a lot heavier though. That's the only problem. It's got better thermals. You know what? I'm going to sell it. No, I didn't mean to sell that.
Always happy to take your money.
It's alright. Oh, I can't buy it back? But I can. Try that. You must have to do it in the one sale. Okay, I want all that. Nobody sells the 6.5 MIs. No ship parts. Okay.
Here. Time to move on.
Jeez, thanks for your business, mate. Alright, let's go, go to the lodge, see what everybody wants. Then we were on to the last faction. We got to finish off the UC. I think. Was it the UC?
I want to hear one of my stories? Or do you have one to tell me?
Neon, you think it would be peaceful with all those calm waters and beautiful sunsets. But I can't think of any town that's more stressful. Reusion, Infinity LTD. And there you were, navigating corporate bureaucracy like a professional.
I'm just glad it's done. I couldn't take much more.
I hear you. Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon, no matter what any of us do about it. But I'm glad you put a stop to that neural amp tech. Nothing good was going to come from that. They could control groups, armies. They could have become a military power. I guess we'll find out if we can trust them if you suddenly start coming after all of us, huh? I guess we'll find out. Anyway, not that I care a ton about the internal politics of some ethically dubious megacorp, but... So, Masako, huh? I mean, between her and Ularu Chen, I get it, but you don't trust her, do you? Well, I trust you, and I'm glad the choice was yours and not mine. Anyway, you didn't happen to pick up any investment tips while you were in there? Just kidding. I don't even want to know.
That wasn't the conversation. Oh, game, why do you keep doing this to me?
Burning helium across the far reaches is dangerous work.
Yes, Mateo.
Would have told you to gear up even before we knew we had competition.
Barrett, do you want to talk to me?
Commonalities do not correlate to actualities, my friend.
God, you're annoying. Barrett.
All of the data points should be considered, even or especially the ones that do not quite fit.
Who are you talking to?
Mateo,
He's not even...
I love you, my friend.
I mean, he's out there. Jesus.
This another time.
Will you talk to me?
Well, if it isn't our own ranger. I hope you're not taking the job permanently. A badge is just a symbol, a promise, a hope. You don't have to wear the object to be true to those goals. Anyway, I'm just glad Ron Hope is gone. Those farmers are gone, but you prevented the next group of people from suffering. It was a hard choice that you made, but I'm proud of you, Captain.
Okay, it might have been that we had to talk to him twice.
Barrett, we're just doing some scans on the artifacts. Have you seen the
So, the rest all on my ship? I didn't think Sarah was. Could probably do with a nap too.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Coe, and where his stargazing landed him.
Hang on.
It's good to be out and about. The lodge gets stuffy sometimes. The Freestar Rangers. You did their dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge? Well, good on you. It takes a certain type of person to thrive there. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics. Not many of us can create something like he did. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have set right with me. But I wonder what's gonna happen to Hopetown without him. Fingers crossed. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on Constellation business. There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover. You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
Hello there.
Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about. That girl. If Cora leaves her tools out one more time... I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times. That's Cora to a T. I mean, this is between me and you, but Cora wasn't exactly planned. I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers. Had a partner, Lillian Hartz. Man, we were like fire and ice, but, well, it wasn't all bad. It wasn't always like it is now. Yeah, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking, what a colossal mistake I made. Me, a father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. And I knew I'd do anything for that girl. Yeah, sure don't feel like it. And it's something you said to me. About parents wanting children to learn from their mistakes. Now that Cora's getting older, that's what haunts me. I've done things I'm not proud of. Said things even worse. I try to be better for Cora, but is she gonna fall into the same traps? Maybe. When she's older. I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not exactly swimming with options here. Her mother... Like I said, another story, another time. And what, have her raised by Jacob, my dad? I'd sooner ship her off to Vladimir. You think? Well, she does say the damnedest things. And if she just learned to pick up after herself, she just might live until she's 13. I could really bend your ear when you got a moment.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn...
Oh, so they got to tell me a story about each one, because I didn't talk to them in
worst.
between.
Ryujin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing all right? That was a lot. Well, it just makes you human. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuro-amp tech. Swear, it's the worst yet. Thank God you put a stop to it. Amen to that. With a piece of work like Ryujin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you just know if violence or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu. You're right. I know you're right. Well, the whole damned affair's over. Thank God.
Hey, he's done talking to me. And now we repeat the same stuff again.
Did you need something? Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results? I suppose not. This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last. At least he will no longer be able to prey on others. I am unsure that death was preferable to justice, but at least the situation is over, and there is no question who was to blame. No, he did not. A very poor decision on his part. Perhaps a lesson to be learned by others who would break the law. At least while you serve as Ranger. I think less of the badge and more of the person wearing it. But you should be proud of your accomplishments. Shall we find some other adventure to occupy us now? I have things I wish to discuss with you.
Alright, you want to talk about Neon now?
I suppose now you can add climbing the corporate ladder to your list of accomplishments.
Here we go.
I think it is perhaps for the best that the research program will come to an end. Where that neuroamp technology could lead, there are many bad outcomes. Too many. Already there has been too much conflict between corporations vying for this technology. First Infinity, then Ryujin. Who knows what might be next? That is certainly a possibility. The wrong goal, or the right goal approached by the wrong methods. And yes, disaster is a good word for it. The project will be shelved, they call it? As I said, too many other bad outcomes. This is for the best. With the neuroamp matter settled, we should move on to other things, yes?
Yes, we should. Now, where is she? It says she's on the ship. Did I actually put her on the ship? Maybe I did. I know I tried to put some extra people on the ship, but I couldn't remember who actually I could get on. Wait, what? No, maybe she's not. She's not. Where is she? Oh, don't. You're going to tell me to go on the train. You are. She must be at the lodge.
No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
I can't see the damn lodge. Yeah, she's at the lodge.
Always a pleasure. Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he? Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer. No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me. There's something I need to talk to you about.
Let me guess. Neon.
Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ryujin must have been difficult. In fact, I'm amazed you were able to deal with them at all. Those types of corporations remind me why I never ventured into business. I can't stand that way of life. I suppose you've proven that point already at Ryujin. After all, based on your recommendation, they've ceased their work on that disturbing neuroamp technology. Why wouldn't I be pleased about your decision? Can you imagine if that technology had fallen into the wrong hands? The awful things you could force people to do. Oh, it's terribly frightening. Yes, quite. Well, I've certainly taken up enough of your time. Thanks for letting me get that off my mind.
Hey, we are done. Okay, so got a couple of little things here. I still can't collect my new ship. This one here, I know what to do. Again, it's something I can't do. This is a ever repeatable one I don't care about. This was a new one that popped up, which I could do. I'll probably do that in spare time because I'm sure it's going to be boring as heck. These I can't do because I haven't researched enough to do the scanning. Burden of proof, as I've said before, I'll do them between videos because again it's boring. It's just traveling various locations, finding a slate and then taking it to Lieutenant Toft until hopefully I've given her enough that she basically says that's enough and gives me some special reward. So we got to come back and finish off the UC one, and then I guess it's on to the main story again. But we'll do the UC faction so we can get all the factions knocked off and not worry about missing too much stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of side missions and little things that I haven't come across. And if you do know of any, feel free to point me in that direction. If you think there's anything I've missed that would be, fun, interesting, should do let me know. Otherwise, these are the ones I'm going for. Yeah. So, that's it. We're going to call it there for this video. As always, let me know your thoughts, opinions, whether you're enjoying the game, the content, everything else in the comments. If you are liking the content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button and check out the membership and the thank you button if you want to get some perks, or, you know, give something back to the channel to help me buy games like this and all that sort of stuff. But most importantly, leave a comment, even if you just want to say hi. Just do that. Happy to chat with people, get to know my viewers, and have my viewers get to know me, I guess. I read all the comments, answer every comment as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.